Coach Alfred Aboye and Jordan Baye, welcome to this press conference.
Thank you.
Senegal winning 89-63. Coach, the World Cup dream is officially over. Your thoughts on your campaign overall up until now?
Like I do always, I would like to congratulate Senegal on a good win, and I wish them luck in their journey. I hope that they will qualify for the World Cup. For Cameroon, it was a great effort that we showed today. Played 3 games in 3 days. It's not easy, but we fought hard to the end. I'm so proud of every single players on our locker room. And you know, Cameroon, I think Cameroon is back. Cameroon basketball is back. We know we have a lot of work to do, and we'll do the work. And next time the world see Cameroon, we'll be a lot more better than what we were this time around.
Thanks, Coach. Jordan, Cameroon started 2-0 here in Alexandria, but today Senegal looked a bit much stronger. Do you share this point of view?
Yeah. C'est vrai, on a bien commencé avec 2 victoires. Aujourd'hui, on a affronté une équipe, une bonne équipe du Sénégal bien préparée. C'était un peu difficile pour nous de mettre nos jeux en place parce qu'ils étaient plus physiques que nous. Ils ont joué mieux que nous et c'est à notre tour de rentrer à la maison et travailler plus pour la prochaine fois.
He's saying that we got off a great start, winning 2 games, but today our opponent was tougher. Our opponent was more physical, and we couldn't find our markings. They were absolutely the better team, and they deserve to win. But we'll learn our lessons. We'll go home. We'll work. We'll prepare, and we'll come back even stronger next time.
Absolutely. Coach, I'm looking at the numbers, and I have to say that, I mean, would you share the view that this looked more like a one-way game when you're talking about rebounds, turnovers, the bench production, and Senegal and Cameroon never took the lead in this game? I mean, in terms of rebounds, for example, 48-39, 48-38, 16 turnovers.
Yeah, that's the story that the stats say. But for where I was standing, I think we fought. We took the fight to Senegal. It just happened that today was their day, and the game plan we put in place worked at times, but it didn't work throughout the game. You know, but we left everything out there. We spent all our effort, we spent all our energy, and I couldn't be more proud of our guys.
Jordan, you started playing for the Cameroonian national team recently, probably about 2 years ago or something. 2 years ago. I mean, at the start of these African qualifiers, I'm sure you had the World Cup in mind. That is not going to happen. What do you make of all this journey of the African qualifiers up until today?
C'était un peu compliqué au début de me préparer pour venir jouer, mais rien n'est facile, déjà on le sait, et chaque jour on essaie de faire des progrès, aller de l'avant. Le jeu est dur, on doit l'accepter, on doit be focused for the next time.
He's saying that, of course, true that it was difficult in the beginning, but it's difficult for everybody. He knows that he only been 3 years with the national team, and he didn't think that it was going to be easy. But he's willing to do the work, to do whatever it takes, to come back even stronger next time and bring Cameroon to the heights of African basketball.
Coach, you just mentioned that Cameroon basketball is back. You, as a former player, you played for so many years for the Cameroonian national team. Cameroon was close to qualifying to the Olympic Games in 2012 in London. You played the pre-Olympic in Athens, but it didn't happen. This World Cup is over for you. Talk about the perspective, the perspective of one day Cameroon taking part in the World Cup and what it means to the country overall.
Yeah, Cameroon is not coming. Cameroon is here already. So Cameroon is back. It wasn't an understatement. We have a good core group. It's just a matter of adding 2 or 3 pieces, especially in our front court, and we'll be a force to be reckoned with in the continent. So I'm so hopeful, I'm so confident of the talent that we have, the staff that we have, and the help of the federation that put all the resources in our disposal for us to do great. So I couldn't be more hopeful for the future of Cameroonian basketball.
When you talk about the possibility of adding front court players to your team, are you thinking about anyone in particular? Are you talking about the guys in NBA, G League, and that sort of stuff?
Any Cameroonian willing to defend the color of our country are welcome. It's one thing is talent, the other thing is being patriotic. We love our country and ready to make all the sacrifices necessary to lift our flag high in the sky. So whoever is willing to wear the Cameroonian uniform and compete for Cameroon, the door is open.
Absolutely. Before we finish this press conference, I'm going to ask a quick question to Jordan. Jordan, what have you made? What have you learned from this African Qualifiers experience? What positives are you taking from this experience?
Le niveau de ces qualifications est vraiment élevé. J'ai vu des très très bonnes équipes. Je suis très très content de voir l'Afrique à ce niveau. Et par exemple, il y a un pays qui a commencé à jouer au basket un peu tard, comme le South Sudan, qui est l'une des meilleures équipes en Afrique. Et je suis content qu'eux ils partent nous représenter pour cette Coupe du Monde. C'est au tour de chacun de se mettre à bosser. Et c'est l'Afrique qui avance et l'Afrique qui gagne.
So the biggest positive that is taken away from this competition is that the level of playing is tremendous. It was high-level basketball games, high-level teams competed, and one particular team for him is South Sudan, which is going to represent Africa to the World Cup. A team that we didn't know nothing about a few years back, and they just show that everything is possible where the work is done the way it's supposed to do, when all the resources are put where they need to be put. It's a fair game in the continent, so he's excited about the future.
Thanks, Coach. Just before we finish, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about before we conclude this press conference today, Coach?
Yes. Again, and I can't say that enough. I'm so proud of every single one of the players in that locker room, and I can't wait for what the future has in store for us. I know they are willing workers, and we'll do the work. So next time, and Cameroon got better from Tunisia to Alexandria. Now we are going to make the next step. Next time that we have the chance to compete for our country. So thank you.
Jordan, would you like to add anything else, or you? Okay. With that said, we conclude this press conference. Let me thank you for coming, Coach, and Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
welcome to the press conference, to the post-game press conference of the game between Senegal and Cameroon. Congratulations on the win, Coach. Coach Desegana Diop of Senegal and team captain Youssou Ndoye. So we have you here to discuss the outcome of this game. And Coach, the floor is yours to give us your perspective of this game today. Let's get started with the game today.
I mean, like I told the players in the locker room, I'm very proud of them because what happened last night was tough. You know, you can tell. I could tell last night after the game, even when we got back to the hotel, their faces, they were all disappointed because we came here with a goal to win all 3 games. The first one was a tough loss. Let's bounce back. Last night, I felt like it was a tougher loss for us, but I'm very proud of them how they responded. We came out from the jump, ready to play, got the lead, and never gave it back.
Did you have a talk with your players after the game yesterday, or what was it? Did they get together and all players talk conversation, or what?
I mean, I always talk to the team after the game, but I was positive because we play hard. Like for me, every team I coach, if they play hard, like I don't have no problem. You're gonna make or miss shots, and we just missed a lot of open shots yesterday. We even saw that when we were watching film this morning. A lot of shots we missed. What happened tonight, we make them. That's the game of basketball. As long as we play hard, and we did that all 3 games, sometimes the ball just don't bounce your way, and that's what happened.
Youssou, I mean, when you think about the game last night against Tunisia, do you think that you lacked the energy that you had today? Was it missing yesterday against Tunisia? Can you compare both games, both performances?
Well, I think it's just like Coach said, we was missing shots, you know, and if you see like all 3 games we play, you cannot say like we came and play bad, you know. We always have play good until one period, and we had a little decline, then things not go our way. The other team start making shots, then we're not able to come back, you know, at the end. All 2 games that we lost is like that, and you know, like Coach said, it's basketball, you know. Sometimes things just don't go out your way, and you know, the most important thing is I feel like we played hard, you know, we play hard every time, and it is what it is, you know.
You played at the World Cup in 2019 in China, but that road back to the World Cup in Asia this year for Senegal is a bit more complicated right now.
Yeah, for sure. You know, when it was coming here, the goal was to make the World Cup again for the 3rd straight time, you know, and especially I feel for the young guys that never been to the World Cup, you know, because this is it's like a once in a lifetime experience. It doesn't happen every year, you know, and you never know what's going to happen after. Then that was the main reason why I, you know, always wanted to come and trying to do my best to support the team when everybody not able to come, because I know playing in the national team is such a blessing, and you know, not everybody can say they play certain competitions, and you know, I think that's something that hurt me personally. That's just, you know, not to be able to help the young guys to go to the World Cup for the first time.
Absolutely. Another question for you, Youssou. I mean, looking at this Senegalese team, you have a number of talented young players, and one in particular today, Babacar Sane, had a super performance. Can you talk about that? Can you share your thoughts on his performance today?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think the future is very bright for the Senegalese national team. You know, we got super talented young players. As you said today, Babacar Sane went for 30, and you know, he only 19 years old, and our wish is that he really get better and make it to the next level, you know, because he got the talent and the work ethic, you know, and we really wish him the best, and we want him to make it, and we're gonna try to help him as much as we can for him to make it.
Coach Desegana, before I ask you about your future with the Senegalese national team, I want you to sum up this Senegal journey throughout the African qualifiers. How do you put that in perspective?
I mean, I think it's been great. It's been a great experience. I mean, we had a good preparation before Monastir, and you can saw that. And we have probably like our leader, Gorgi, who was there. I mean, that's one of the things I want to talk about. I don't know how many people want to watch this, how FIBA going to feel, but I don't think sometimes, because every team go through it, right? We do it windows in February, but if they can do it in the summertime, and for us, it's like our best player is not here. That hurt us. Like Gorgi, one of our best players, our leader, is not here helping us. And like you go through so much with FIBA too. Like first day, our first practice, they changed the time, the morning off. It's just little things I felt like we can get better. Like the fans, why there's no fans here watching the game? Like I think it's a lot of things that can get better. I don't know if it's a FIBA Africa, I don't know what it is. I know the windows are like everybody playing at the same time, I understand that. But like that's tough for us. And you get 4 days of practice. Like like you said earlier, we got so many young guys, and you can only get 4 days of practice. You only can work us so much, and you can see that when you watch the film, the mistake we make. It's like the time preparation. And when you go to the World Cup, we want to bring the best 5 countries in Africa, you know. And I'm not saying that's not the best 5 country going to represent us, but I felt like we're the top 5 country in Africa, and we're not. I mean, hopefully we get a chance after this to make it, but it's going to be tough for us to make it. I would just think.
About your future with the Senegalese national team. Are you coming back?
Well, if they don't fire me, I'll be back. They might fire me, I don't know. I like it, I enjoy it, man. Like, I enjoy it a lot. Like you said, the future is bright. We got a lot of young kids. I mean, Yusuf was here, one of the veteran. I love being around these kids, man. I mean, that's why I thought this morning, I felt so bad for them because you could tell they wanted to win. They play hard. They do everything you ask them. But like you used to say earlier, and sometimes the balls just don't bounce your way. Yesterday, he didn't. And we played against a very experienced Tunisia team. I mean, they slow the game down, throw the pause, cut, all those things. That's why we need to, if we get a month preparation, we'll be ready for all that.
Yusuf, I mean, talking to these young players, I mean, what do you think their experience, what it take out of this experience has been like? I mean, what have they taken from, I know you're not supposed to talk on behalf of those players, but talking to them privately, what do you think they have learned from this African Qualifiers experience and what it means to them exactly?
Yeah, I mean, like, we've been through so much in these, like, qualifiers, like, you know, like, I bet, like, all of them learn so much about, like, what we've been going through from the beginning of the qualifiers to now, you know, like, like the first qualifiers, I think the first window we won 2 games out of 1, then the second one we came, we lost, so like we lost 2 games and we won 1. The third one we came, we won all 3, you know, like, so like it's been just a roller coaster for us, and I think like, for the young guys and even for us, like as coaches, coaching staff and everything, like we all can learn like through this, you know. And like Coach was saying, like we know it's tough every time, like when you don't have like a good like gap of like preparation before the windows, but you know, it is what it is. Like every team go through it, you know. But maybe the better chance the other teams have is like most of them are like local players, like they play in their countries, so like they always be able to bring all their players in the windows. And we don't have that chance, but we're not here to make no excuses. But one thing for sure, like I did not appreciate, like as a player, is the fact that, you know, like you got the Sudanese fans that came like all the way to Sudan until here, and like they're telling them they cannot get them the gym. Like the Senegalese people was here too. Like I think it's just unfair for the people, for the fans that's like travel all the way to Egypt to watch the games, and you come all the way here and they tell you like you cannot get on the gym for whatever reason, you know. Because like when we play this game, it's for the fans, you know. Like we're doing it for our families and the fans, and I think it was really unfair for them.
Okay, that's fine. Coach, let me thank you again for coming, and all the best to the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.